Well, hello there. It's nice to see you. Welcome to another Friday Live here at Sequins and Sand. It's nice to see you. Thank you if you are joining me live right now or plan on very soon. And if you are watching the recording, hello to you too. Nice to have you here. Because it doesn't matter when you watch this, whether you watch it live right now or whether you are catching the recording, that doesn't matter. What matters is that you show up to learn. And with that, I can't wait to share with you, wrong way, some of these. These are some mastectomy friendly swimsuits that we have here at Sequins and Sand. For those who don't know me, I'm Anita McLaughlin. I'm the founder of Sequins and Sand, and I've been doing this for about 14 years now, here based in Brisbane, Australia, and been online for all that time. And my mission, the reason why I love what I do, is because I know the right fitting swimsuit that makes you feel good, that helps you to get out there and do all the things that bring you happiness and joy, is what life is all about. And I know that the right fitting swimsuit is the key that unlocks all of that. It absolutely is. For some of you, finding that swimsuit is really easy, and that's great, fantastic. But for many of you out there that I serve, I know that the seemingly simple act of finding the swimsuit that is right for you is not that easy. It's a bit overwhelming, particularly if you are not used to shopping online for it, as many of us need to do now. But the range online is fantastic. So I'm here to help you do just that, and hopefully watching this live today or the recording will give you some clues as to some mastectomy friendly styles that will work for you. I am called the Cosy Whisperer here in Australia because I seem to have this gift to be able to match a person's shape and needs and style personality to a swimsuit that is right for them. That is what I'm here to help you with today as well. Now, in midlife, as many of you are, our body shapes change, and with that comes a whole lot of, we get a bit wobbly around our sense of self. There's a lot of change going on in our lives in the background as well. The kids might be leaving home, you've got grandkids on the way, you might have retired from work, or your partner has. Things are very different. And with that, when our body shapes change as well, going through perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopausally, that can rock our confidence. We have to almost start again for some of us to find the right fitting clothes and swimwear to work with our now new shape. And I want you to know that there is absolutely always a swimsuit out there for you to suit your shape and needs. There absolutely is. One of those ways in which our shapes can change drastically, that can really knock us for a six from a confidence point of view, is having breast cancer, and with that, having our breasts removed or changed in their shape and size. And with that, my goodness, that is one of the most challenging journeys to be on. So to be able to find a swimsuit, if you are now wearing bust prosthesis because you've had a mastectomy, or maybe you've had an augmentation of some sort and your breast shape has changed, then finding a swimsuit that allows you to work with your new shape is going to have you getting out there in the pool for recovery, in the pool for relaxation, and maybe it's for wellness as well, to get a bit more fitness. Whatever the reason is to get into the water, I know it is an integral part of coming back from post-surgery and post-treatment. And if that's you, I hope you are doing well. I really do. Let me see if we can help you find a swimsuit that will have you diving back into the pool and into the ocean and feeling all the goodness that comes with having the right fitting swimsuit, all of those things that you need to do, that you want to do. So today I was going to show you 6 styles that are mastectomy friendly. I might end up showing you a few more because, can't help myself. But I did think different styles, right? Because we all have different needs as well and different style personalities, and some of us like to wear a one piece, some of us like to cover up more with a swim dress, others like the flexibility of a two piece. So today I'm going to show you tankini one pieces and a swim dress style that are all mastectomy friendly. Now before I do that, what makes a swimsuit mastectomy friendly? Mainly a few features that even if you haven't had a mastectomy will still serve you well, but in particular you need those pockets in the bust. Let me just grab one for you. You need those pockets in the bust sewn in so that you can slide your prostheses in, right? That is the number if you wear a prosthesis. Now, all of the mastectomy friendly swimsuits we have here at Sequins and Sand will have bilateral options, so one pocket either side. And they must also have, if I can just find the other one for you, there we go. And I think it's really important to have the openings that make it accessible for you, right? I've seen and felt bust prostheses. I know how heavy, and particularly if you're an E-cup or something like that, a larger bust size, to try and stuff into some of the openings is a real challenge, and it's a pain in the butt, quite frankly. So we don't want to add to your frustration. We want to make it easier for you. So the ones I'm showing you today have good bust openings. Now, most of them come from a label called Genevieve in Melbourne, and hello Sonia and the team if you're watching. Everything, well, with the exception of one style that I can think of in a tankini and one piece, comes in a mastectomy friendly. They're all mastectomy friendly, and they're all pool tough, chlorine resistant as well. So if you want to get into the pool for your water workouts, then you know that you're going to get more cost per wear with this range as well. There are also a couple from the Capri swimwear range as well, and I'll be sharing a couple of those with you today too, just to give you some other options as well. So the number one thing to look for is bust pockets to put your prosthesis in. Sometimes they're called pouches as well. And with that, with the heaviness of having your bust prosthesis in there, you need some good support under the bust as well. And all of these have a wide underbust elastic. So that's another feature to look for, is how will your bust be supported. Now, a couple of these styles have one, I've only chosen one, has an underwire in it. Now I know for some of you that's not ideal because the underwire can dig in where you might have some scarring or some sensitivity around that part of your bust on your skin. But most of these have the soft underbust elastic, and they're fully lined as well in a nice soft fabric. So you don't get that irritability around your sensitive skin area as well. The other thing that helps with bust support to look for are adjustable straps, so you can bring things in to suit your shoulder size and to give your bust a lift, particularly with the prosthesis in there to feel secure. I think it's important to have the adjustments, and if you don't, then I think it's important that you actually take the time and money to get the straps shortened, because having a nice firm fit over your shoulders will not only help to keep the straps on, so you don't get frustrated that they're flipping off all the time, but also it helps with bust support. It really, really does. It'll help keep those prostheses in place and not move around so much for you. So something else to look for. The other thing that will help too is having a higher back. Now this one here has a back that sits just above the bra line. So reasonably high. Some backs I'll show you in other suits are much higher as well, and different styles. But having a higher back also means that you're going to have the swimsuit sit higher under your arm, and that's also going to help to keep your prosthesis in place with additional support that way. So 3 things for bust support. And this goes for keeping a prosthesis in place nicely, or if you have a fuller bust that you want to keep your bust nice and secure and well supported, is the shelf bra, and then the high back, and wide straps that are ideally adjusted so that you can bring them up to suit your individual needs, or if they don't have that but you love it in every other way, then get them adjusted, shortened, so that they do feel nice and firmly on. I don't mean restrictive, but just nice and firm. So there are a few other features to look for in your swimsuit. Now, the other area that can get quite sensitive post-therapy, I know your skin can get quite burnt actually, and the skin can be quite sensitive around where you've had your treatment for your breast cancer, and then later on, if you have had surgery, you've got some scarring that you might be more self-conscious of, or that is another source of sensitivity for you. Then a high neck is another feature that you might want to look for, or a cutaway where the shoulder straps are quite wide, particularly coming off the bust area, just to give you a little bit more coverage. So I know that's important too. So look for the depth of the cup when you see the photos, and I'll show you some photos at the end of how the swimsuit sits on a body. Then you'll get an idea of the depth of cup coverage, and that's really, really important to look at as well, particularly if you want that extra coverage around those sensitive areas. So I think they're the main features: the pockets for your prosthesis to pop in, the strong underbust elastic support to keep them in place, and an underwire if you feel you need that, but sometimes that will irritate. And then the high back, the adjustable straps, and the high neckline if you need that extra coverage, or perhaps to the side as well with your straps. Shall we have a look? Now that I'm holding this one, let's have a look at a few styles that I know are winning styles for women who have had a mastectomy and wear bust prosthesis. Now this I call, it's a simple, classic simple style. It's nice and simple and elegant. It's a workhorse in the pool for you if you want to get back into doing some lap work. This is called the raglan high neck one piece from Genevieve Swimwear. Now this one is in the paisley pop print, but it comes in lots of other prints as well, and I'll show you our mastectomy section at the end of this live so that you can see where all of our mastectomy swimsuit options are. This is the raglan high neck, so it will sit, like the name suggests, nice and high, higher than other swimsuits. So it sits up nice and high, around about there, and it's also got this extra bit of fabric underneath the arm, so you're going to get that nice coverage coming in underneath the arm as well, which might be really helpful, as you know now, for bust support as well as for skin coverage in that area. It has the adjustable straps. They adjust just like a bra strap does. You can loosen them off or tighten them up, and it's got, as you know from before, a reasonably high back, which is also tick tick tick. So straight through style, there's no ruching there along the tummy. So it's straight through and very, very simple. Good bottom coverage as well. You won't be picking that one out of your bottom too much to frustrate you when you're moving around. So it's just a nice, simple style. If you're a Speedo girl, you know, back in the day, or you like, you automatically go to that sort of style to do your laps in, then I urge you to look at something like this, which, you know, it's got a nice fun print as well. Have a bit of fun in the water. If you like your brights, you don't have to wear black anymore. There are lots of options out there for you to feel good in from a colour point of view, right? Which matches into your style personality and to lift your beautiful face and bring, you know, your eyes, the colour of your eyes out, just so you feel good too when you're in your togs. That's so important, to feel good in your swimsuit. So that is the raglan high neck one piece from Genevieve Swimwear. A really good basic, a really good simple one piece for you to wear if you have a bust prosthesis and if you want to swim some laps in the pool and be quite active in the pool. Now, speaking of active in the pool, this is another one, and it also has a high neck. Now this is from Capri Swimwear, and this is also made from Pool Tough chlorine resistant fabric, and it's got a zip in the front. Zips are handy for easy access in and out of your cozy, though with this one it's also got a traditional, you know, this is often a back that we see in some Speedo costumes and those highly active brands. This is like a keyhole back, an active back, and it's got a clip there, which you obviously wouldn't undo all the time to get in and out of your swimsuit. You'd get in and out of the front. But what I love about this one as an option is it's got that extra high neck, and the zip is an easy in and out. It's got some nice details across the waist. There's a little bit of bust ruching. It's got some bust support as well, and really nice wide straps. So this one will definitely give you a bit more coverage up top than the raglan's high neck style I just showed you. So inside, let's have a look. I'll show you where that bust support is coming from. Now there is the access for your bust prosthesis, and you know that's fairly generous. It's good, it's accessible. There's also some removable bust padding in this style. So you might want that, you might not want it. It's up to you. You can take that if you don't want it, or leave it in just to help give a nice smooth outline. Though if you're wearing a bust prosthesis, you're going to have that. Then underneath that area, underneath each bust, there is that strong underbust elastic either side. Now with a zip up, the thing you need to remember is the zip does split apart both busts. So you might not get as much bust support from a one that's got the underbust elastic all the way across. But wearing a zip has its advantages for easy in and out, but also might not be as comfortable from a support point of view as one without a zip. But, you know, just a minor thing. This one is in a beautiful blue color as well. And at the moment, you know, we've got a couple of sizes left. So they're on sale. I'll show you that later too. Anyway, but the main thing is to look for this style. If you are active in the water, it's a really good one with the higher neck, wider straps, and that extra strap across the back there to help keep things in place when you're active in the water, right? Good bottom coverage as well. That is the Luxe one piece, zip up one piece from Capri Swimwear, and I'll show you where that is at the end of my chatting about it in the live. Now I do have another one piece here to show you, and I brought it in because I know some of you aren't phased about wearing an underwire, and this has got a different neckline. This one is a slightly lower neckline, so again, just an option if it's not so important for you to have that decolletage coverage. This is a great one. It's a really flattering swimsuit style. It's a crossover style. It's got like the V-neck, wide adjustable straps that fully adjust like a bra strap. And it's got, again, the opening for your bust prosthesis. There we go. But it does have that rigid underwire underneath, as in addition to the elastic shelf bra underneath. So double the support. So if you really want to make sure you get extra support for your bust, this will give it to you. It also has nice wide straps to carry the load a bit more as well, but it does have that underwire. But I just thought I'd throw that in because not everybody is put off by the underwire, and for some of you, I know you look for it, so it's nice to have options. So this is a nice, simple, black, beautifully constructed swimsuit actually. It's got some ruching along the tummy for extra bust, extra tummy support as well, which I know for many of you, like to have that to just give you a little bit more confidence that your tummy, if you're a bit more tummy conscious, then the ruching helps to, you know, relax you a bit when you're wearing it, so it doesn't bring attention to your tummy so much. So there we go. That's another option, a simple black crossover one piece with the underwire for bust prostheses as well. Now, maximum coverage, if you're a girl who wants to cover up hips and upper thighs and likes a swim dress, then most of the swim dresses we sell do come with the bust pockets to put your prosthesis in. And here is a really popular style. It's the most generous style we have in terms of the dress option over. it really won't cling to you, this style, because the dress is sewn in from the neckline and simply falls from there. And it's got extra panels sewn in too to give a bit more fullness to the dress part of this swim dress. Now underneath there is a one piece as well. Oops, let me just show you that a little bit better. There is the one piece that's sewn in underneath. So you don't buy another one piece or a bikini or something to put under the dress. It is all included. There's a lot of thought and fabric that goes into a swim dress with the one piece under and the dress sewn in over the top. This one is popular and I love because it not only goes to a size 30, but it's got the extra wide strap. So if you do have a really full bust and are wearing a fuller prosthesis, a bigger size, then the wide straps are your best friend. They're fully adjusted as well, like a bra. And then underneath, there's the openings to put your prosthesis in. And the support comes from the strong underbust elastic. Now that runs along the front. This is fully lined underneath as well with the one piece. So there's lots of coverage and support in this swim dress. It's also made from pool tough chlorine resistant fabric. There is also a plain black one that comes in this style as well. Genevieve also makes some swim dresses, the Princess line swim dress, which is very similar. It's just a bit shorter in its length, but it's a very similar style. And again, it's made so that it's got the openings for your bust prosthesis, the pockets there too. So both labels carry some swim dress options if that's what you're looking for, if you want that extra coverage over your tummy and over the tops of your legs in particular. How are we doing? We're hanging in there? If you've got any questions, do put them in the chat and I'll come back later and answer them for you. Unfortunately, I can't do it using StreamYard while we're live, but I will absolutely come back and answer them for you later on. So yeah, let me know, keep them coming, and I will promise I'll get back to you. Now, let's move into another style, but this time we're just going to quickly go into two popular tankini styles that we sell here that are also mastectomy friendly. This one we can't get enough of, and this comes in lots of prints, but I'm showing you in the blues in the foliage print, which is a brand new one. It's black and white print, so lovely. Now, if you've got a smaller bust and a bigger bust, but this is mainly for a smaller bust, it will start at an A cup, but it will go up to an E. It's all in the shelf bra, which I'll show you, but this one wears more like a top. So you could easily put this with a pair of shorts or a skirt or a pair of pants and wear it out and about beyond the pool and the beach. It's called the Blouson Tankini Top, and the other feature it has, which I really like, is a band at the bottom that sits across your hips so that the water doesn't get in underneath if you are wanting to wear it in the pool and be a little bit more active. It's got straps. They're not as wide as the other ones, but they are fully adjustable. And it's got these tucks in the front, which creates the fullness around the tummy area. Beautifully concealed there, but they're lovely. This is such a popular top. Now, underneath, same deal. We've got this strong underbust elastic there, and it runs all the way around the back as well, just to give a little bit more support. But it's not our most supportive style. So I've included it because if you're tummy conscious, this is a really good style for you if you've got a fuller tummy shape. But also if your bust is not that big, or you don't need a huge amount or a firmer fitting cozy for your bust support. It's got the openings there to put your prosthesis in, and it's got a molded cup. I just can't show you very easily. There we go. It's got a molded cup that is sewn in. Now, the other thing I love about this is if you've had a mastectomy and you don't wear prostheses, this one, because of the sewn in molded cups and the tucks at the top of the neckline, it will give you the illusion, if you like, of having a bust underneath. So if you're not a fan of wearing a prosthesis, or you want to have a break from wearing a prosthesis when you swim, then this could be a good option for you, because those cups really stand out on their own, and having the tucks at the top and the fullness doesn't bring them in, so to make it more obvious around your bust area. So winner in lots of different ways for different reasons. Comes in different prints, and again goes up to a size 30. Starts at a B cup, even an A, because of the tucks along the top of the neckline. That just gives it that fullness straight away around your bust. So not being firm around your bust, not going to bring attention to your bust area, and it will give you more room to move around your tummy. So that's the Blues On Tankini top from Genevieve Swimwear. Really, really great. Another option for different reasons. Now, in the Tankini family, and very, very quickly, because I did only promise 6, but it's going to be more like 10. This is the scoop neck Tankini top. Now, if you like, this one is a size 30. It is a bit, probably the opposite of the Blues On that I just told you, because this is a firmer fitting Tankini top. So it's really popular with those that do water workouts a lot. They're all chlorine resistant fabrics in this range. But with that firmness of fit, firmness of cut, it doesn't fill with water, and it stays in place as you're moving about, which is why this is such a popular style. It's also got some nice wide straps that are fully adjustable, so you can bring it in to get the support that you need. And it's got a relatively high neckline that is a shallow scoop, hence the name Scoop Neck Tankini Top. A nice high back as well. So this is one, it starts at a B cup, but if you want to feel more secure in your Tankini top, then this is the one that I recommend for you. Again, it's got nice generous openings to put your prosthesis in if you wear one, and it's also got the molded cups that are sewn in. Now, again, if you don't wear a prosthesis, this is going to have a little bit of form in its own right built into the cozy. Not as much, because it's a firmer fitting style, you're not going to get as much concealment, if that's the right term to use, of the bust area, because it will sit more firmly and show them off. But it is an option for you. They do stand on their own. Nice, good length, and lots of different beautiful prints. This is a Japanese blossom print. Again, chlorine resistant. But this scoop neck Tankini top is so popular and such a good seller that it comes in quite a few different prints in store. So, scoop neck Tankini, another great option, particularly if you are active in the water and you want a firmer fit so that that water doesn't come up and gather underneath as you move about. Now, for many of you, a sun safer option is mandatory, because your skin is sensitive and scarred and you just want that extra coverage. There are some great options in the Genevieve range, because Sonia's made rashies and a long sleeve one piece that have pockets in them for you to put your prosthesis in. Yay! So let's have a look. This one romps out the door. This is a long sleeve scuba suit, and it has the pockets to put your bust prosthesis in. So chlorine resistant fabric as well if you're in the pool often, and UPF 50+. It's got the strong underbust elastic underneath each bust, and let me find that opening. There we go, the opening for you to put your prosthesis in. So again, as the other zip up that I showed you earlier, because the zip runs through the middle, you know, you're not going to get a super duper support because of the zip through the middle, but a firmness of fit overall with this one piece, because it can be a firmer fit, will give you that extra lift and support. Great bottom coverage with this one as well. It's got, it's fully lined at the back, and in the front, it's got some power mesh look at me, I haven't done my nails, sorry girls. Power mesh, so that it gives you a little bit of extra tummy support. This one's cleverly got curves too around the waist area. No ruching, but the curves will help to create a curve, right? Give you a visual waist. So if you've lost your waist over the years, that's what the panels will do. Those curves will create a nice waist, visual waist for you. We sell lots of these, a nice high neck, really high back. As I said, UPF 50 plus and chlorine resistant fabric. A few different prints in this one. We are low on some of the sizing, but it's a great option, again, if you want that extra coverage from the sun. Good to know that you can put your bust prostheses in this one as well. Now, keeping it in the sun-safe family, we've got a long sleeve and a short sleeve rashi in the Genevieve range, and both of them come with that bust prosthesis pockets as well, you know, for you to put your prostheses in. Now, what I love about the Genevieve rashis is the attention to detail. You can see that there is some overlocking detail there, but also the hemlines are curved front and back, and the back sits slightly longer than the front for a little bit more bottom coverage. Now, it also, where you can see, might be easier to see on the black and white, where you, maybe not, where you can see the overlocking detail, that curve, these tend to come in at the waist a little bit more and be a little bit more fitted. So if you do wear bust prostheses, this is a great rashi for you, long sleeve and short sleeve, because it's got that firmer fit, comes in at the waist, nips in a little bit more at the waist. So if you want that firmness when you're moving around and you don't want to wear another cozy underneath, then go down a size for extra firmness, but know that this, in the cut of the rashi, comes in a little bit too, and a nice thick fabric as well. These are really good if you want to wear your bust prostheses in. Now I'll just show you the inside of this one. They're both the same, whether it's long sleeve or short, they're both made the same. So there is the underbust elastic, and I always go the wrong side with these. There is the opening to put your prosthesis in. There is removable padding, fine padding, so you can take it out if you don't need it. But they are beautiful, beautifully made rashis. Again, 100% chlorine resistant fabric and UPF 50 plus as well for the sun. So short sleeve and long sleeve, lots of size options and many print options as well. Very thoughtful, nice firm fit, so that when you wear your prosthesis, you don't necessarily have to wear another thing underneath to feel well supported. Love that. Right, and just one more option very quickly, the complete opposite to that. If you do want to wear a swimsuit under and you want something a little bit more looser fitting, or you don't particularly mind how it sits and feels, then this is a sun tee. It's like a t-shirt, and it's got drawstring sides so you can bring up the length or leave it longer, up to you. Short sleeves, just like a t-shirt. Nice high neck, front and back, but again, it's got the bust support with the underbust elastic and the openings for you to put your prostheses in. So just another sun-safer option from Genevieve Swimwear as well, with the ability to house your prostheses. Now, with this style, it is much looser. So if you want a firmer fit, this is not the one for you. This is a wear over the top, or if you're not particularly in need of much bust support with your prostheses, then this is an option for you. We've been through a lot today. The reasons why, what features to look for in a swimsuit to suit your needs if you've had a mastectomy and wear prostheses, all the little things to look for, how to get that support, but also different styles to suit your needs, right? Function first, girls. What will you be doing in your swimwear? And then consider, well, what style will help me do what I want to do in my swimwear? Maybe you want to relax back and you don't need as much support, or maybe you're in the pool for swimming laps or water workouts and you do need that extra support and firmness. Okay, now let's have a look on the Sequins and Sand website to see how these cozies look on a body and where to go. So I'm just going to share my screen. There we go. Hopefully that's showing up for you. This is our home page, or the beautiful girls in the Cozy Confidence crew. And the lovely Liz, you know, has done one of our shoots while she was in her treatment for her breast cancer. And she did it with no hair. It was absolutely amazing. We love you, Lizzie. So there we go. Now to find the mastectomy range here at Sequins and Sand, just go into swimwear. And then there's a whole other section. The lovely Evie is modeling a pair of cozies there. Our mastectomy swimwear, what to look for, where to go to find your shape and size. But here are our options. And you can see some of them that I showed you earlier. So here is the long sleeve rashi on a body. You can see how it nips in at the waist. And there's another video there of me showing you all the details on just as I did today. So if you want to go back and have a look, you can. There's the front and the back. You can see how it's quite a body hugging style, which is great if you want to pop in your prosthesis and feel more supported. Then there is the short sleeve version. The lovely Maria from our crew is wearing that one. And then there is the sun tee. Maria's in that again. You can see how drawing up the sides changes the where it sits on your body. And then we've got the blues on tankini top. So you can see it on a bod here. You can see it's got a slightly lower neckline, but if she did up those straps a little bit higher, that would sit a bit higher. But you can see how it's very loose fitting around the tummy area. That's what girls love about this style. And it's got the band there to bring it in at the bottom. Such a popular style. And then we have the scoop neck tankini top, the beautiful Jan from the Cozy Confidence crew. And you can see how that sits quite high on Jan, nice and high under the arms. And it is that firmer fitting tankini, right? Completely opposite to the other one. It's good to know we've got options to suit your needs. And Jan wears this one with a matching Japanese blossom rash vest as well. Thanks, Jan. Okay, now what else can I show you? Oh, here is the scuba suit. So you can see that on. You can see how it's quite, you know, does create that visual waist, girls. Very clever, but is a firmer fitting style. There's no ruching in there. So it will come in nice and firmly to your body. Full length sleeve, nice and high neck at the front and at the back. Good bottom coverage. That will sit a little bit lower, girls, I assure you. The one's pulled up a bit, I think. But yeah, easy access front and back. And the ones in the Genevieve range do have a really long zip as well. So if you do find it a bit tricky to get into your cozies, then a zip up is another good option for you. Okay, I think that's about it. We've got the one I showed you from Capri Oscar. I've got a couple left and that's on sale. It looks beautiful on. Can see how the band detail there brings in the waist nicely. Bit of fun with the zip. Such a gorgeous cozy. Good coverage across the legs and the bottom as well. Okay. And what else? Here is the wide strap swim dress that I showed you earlier. You can see how it is a looser fitting style and it's got plenty of length in it for you. This model's got, I would say, a very healthy E, probably F, maybe even a G cup. This swim dress will definitely go to a G cup. Nice wide straps. And then, where's that crossover style? Here it is, a beautiful Mazzy. Hey, maybe you're watching Mazzy. Nice to see you. If you are, I'm sure you're tuning in. She often does. So you can see how this one's got the lower neckline. Beautiful, comes in at the waist nicely with that ruching, but it's got the underwire underneath for the bust support. So I threw that one in for you so you can, if that doesn't bother you to have underwire or you're looking for it, then this is a great option. Good coverage underneath the arms and that crossover bust area. So thank you, Mazzy. Beautiful. Okay, there we go, girls. So to find it, remember, you go into all of our mastectomy swimsuits in swimwear and then the mastectomy swimwear area. Now, if you've not shopped with us before, this is where you should start. Go up here to the change room and there you'll find our shape and size calculator. You put in your measurements and it will tell you what shape we think you are and what size we think you are in the labels that we sell. Really good place to start. We get a lot of positive feedback about this tool. The other thing we have is our no fuss free returns. All the details are here, but basically if you buy something and it's not quite right for you, send it back to us for either an exchange or a refund within 30 days, no problem. And we, if you want to return for something else, then we pay for the post into us and then back out to you as well. I try to take out as many headaches as possible to make shopping online much easier for you. If you've not done it before in particular, because I know it can be a bit overwhelming. And the details on where to send things back into us come with each and every order. And we send everything express post. And if you spend over $150 in Australia, the express post is free. Also, we have a VIP shopper program, which is awesome. Every time you shop with us, you get 10% off each and every time, not just the first time, each and every time. And then it entitles you to also be part of our Refer a Friend program, where if a mate of yours gets the code that you send them in an email, they shop with us over a certain value, we give you a $10 thank you voucher. And you can add those vouchers up over time to then come back and buy whatever you like in store. So just another way that we would like to say thank you for supporting us, because we know you can go elsewhere to get your goodies, but we want to help you here. So I hope that all of that makes sense and that you've gotten some top tips there if you're looking for your mastectomy swimsuit, for something that suits your shape and needs. Because remember, the most important thing is to feel fabulous in your swimsuit, because then you can get out there and do all the things that bring happiness and joy, and that's what life's all about. If you are recovering from mastectomies, have had a mastectomy and breast cancer, my heart is with you. I hope you're doing okay. And I hope that getting into the pool or the ocean again for relaxation and wellness is on your agenda, and that these might help you get there. If you've got any questions, put them in the chat or drop me a line through sequinsandsand.com.au. At the bottom, there's a contact us section. Here to help. Please reach out. Have a great weekend or whatever's coming up for you next. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the lines. Bye.